Now let's see how we use the image component inside our elements. So the image component we can use instead of the image component. Let's show you. I can use img element, but this element is not optimized for the web and it will not optimize your image. Instead we can use the image component. I think this is the previous one. You can use this, but it's not the optimized version of the image component, so we will use the image component inside the Next.js, our Next.js app. So we can use like this image, and we can use it like this. I think we need to, yeah, after we use this we can add a source, and I have already created a chat element dot chat dot jpg, and it will warn me. Let's import this image. I think it's next image, yeah. And we need to specify the alt element. Alt equals this is chat image, and save it. Now it will give us an error, I think, because we didn't specify any width and height. Yeah, you can see we must specify a width and a height for the image. Let's specify a width of 100 and save it. Again, it will give us also another error. I think it will need to specify a height. So let's go here and let's specify a height of 100, and let's save it. Now it will render the image. Let's wait a little bit. You can see you can change the width and the height like this, and we can also decrease the width and the height. Let's give it 50. I think it will stretch the image. You can see it will give us like this, and I think it will preserve its aspect ratio. Let's give it 50. Yeah, you can see it will preserve its aspect ratio. But if we don't want to use the width and height, and let's say if the width and height depend on the parent component, you can use fill. Let's show you. Now I can create at the bottom, and now let's give this first 100 and 100 again, and save it. Now let's go here. You can see it will give us this. Now the other is we can use the image, the width and the height from the parent element. Now let's give a div element. Inside the div element, let's create an image tag, and let's give a source. That's that. A source of /chat.jpg, and let's give alt equals this is the chat image, and let's give. Now it will give us an error when we render this, but we can use a fill element, and inside this fill element we can specify the class name, and inside this class name we can specify width of 10, or we can specify size size of 10, which is width of 10 and height of 10. And if I save this and go to my browser, you can see it will give us the image, but it will give us on the whole screen. To prevent this, we need to give this relative, and inside the image element we can give a class name, and we can give it absolute. Now this image element will only affected by this div element because we have given this relative and we have given this absolute. Now it will give us the size of width of 10 and height of 10. You can see width of 10, which is 4 pixel, and height of 10. And if we see this, you can see it will give us this element. So now if you want to use with the parent size, you can use fill, and you can use the size inside the parent element, or you can specify the width and height directly inside the image element. So this is how you use the image element inside Next.js. So let's go to the next section.